we've got here is quite a rarity. This is the NEOGEO CDZ. What does the Z in NEOGEO CDZ stand for? It stands for faster loading times. They just shortened it to Z because NEOGEO CDFLT sounds weird. What are you playing? The NEOGEO CDFLT. It just reminds me of a BLT, which sounds delicious right now. Some bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Hey, look at that. This one opens with a button. The NEOGEO CDZ has dramatically faster loading times than the NEOGEO CD, which is plagued with very slow loading times for many games. But there's more that separates these two than just that. For one thing, this has a handy open button, which opens the lid so that you can place your games in there. Let's watch that again. Wow, that's cool. That's where your CDs would go. It even has a little blue thing that reminds you to push. Here's the NEOGEO CDZ next to the NEOGEO CD. Both of these are made by SNK. They both play NEOGEO CD games. Neither of them have region encoding, and they both kick ass and work with the same controllers. The only real differences are in the size. You can see this one is dramatically smaller, and the loading times. Well, actually, no. There's one other major difference that I need to mention: the price. The NEOGEO CDZ is an extremely rare video game console. There's not very many of them, and I don't even think these were released in the United States. This was a Japanese replacement for the NEOGEO CD, which had those terrible loading times. This was released in 1996. In fact, I don't even own this. This was loaned to Classic Game Room by Matthew in New Jersey, who wanted to make sure the NEOGEO CDZ was represented. If we take a closer look at them side by side, you can see that they're both very nice looking game consoles. They both have this slate design cue back here with these ridges. This one has smaller ones over here and some more ventilation up top. Here's the back of the NEOGEO CD. This is the back of the NEOGEO CDZ. You can see that they're pretty much identical. They both have S-video as well as composite video and stereo audio. The audio and video quality between both of these is identical. I've played the same games on both of them. The only difference is loading time. Other than that, they're exactly the same in regards to how they play NEOGEO CD games. I use the NEOGEO CDZ in my reviews of Metal Slug 2, Fatal Fury 3, and Samurai Showdown 2. The NEOGEO CD, which is mine, is used in the rest of the NEOGEO CD reviews like Polestar and Ghost Pilots. Here's a close-up look at the back of the NEOGEO CDZ and the underside in case you'd like to know some of this information. I can tell you that in my experience playing games on the NEOGEO CDZ is smoother, faster, and less irritating at times than the standard NEOGEO CD. Is it worth twice the price? I don't know, that's up to you. Personally, I think the benefit comes in the software library for the NEOGEO CD, because these games are really nice and they don't cost all that much these days, at least not nearly as much as their NEOGEO AES counterparts. But you're probably wondering about these loading times. That's the important thing, and that's what really separates the CDZ from the CD. On the top left, we have the NEOGEO CDZ. On the bottom right is the NEOGEO CD. Even though this is the same game, Polestar, one of the slowest loading games on the NEOGEO CD, the loading bar and the loading graphics are different. Very interesting. Both game consoles also have different introduction screens where the NEOGEO CD logo flies in. Now, even though I'm taking my time selecting things on the top left, I'm going to get into the game much, much faster. Oh, here comes the teaser. It makes you think the game is going to start, and then it's like, no, more loading, more loading. Load faster, please, move, come on!
I could have played like 3 games of Ms. Pac-Man in this time. Or 2 really. You know, I forget what game I'm even loading here. Oh right, Polestar. Well, by the time the game loads, I'm actually in the mood for something else. So while the NEOGEO CD on the bottom right hasn't even started the game, I'll throw in Metal Slug 2 so you can see how quickly this loads. I think you can see that if you want to save a few bucks on the games in the console, the NEOGEO CD units are the way to go. If you want to actually get into the game instantly, you fork over the money to buy the NEOGEO AES.
Metal Slug 2.
Those are some faster loading times. Now the NEOGEO CDZ and the NEOGEO CD both work with the same controllers. They also work with the NEOGEO AES controllers. And if you happen to have one of these things, it'll work with that too. Let's take this plug here, put that into the front. All right. How's that for a NEOGEO gaming setup? You can see this in a different review. The MAS NEOGEO arcade stick. It's larger than the game console. I like that. And I like the NEOGEO CDZ a lot. I like faster loading times. I think it's a smaller, sleeker design, but I'm not sure if it's worth 2 times the price. That's a question you need to ask yourself. Maybe you can find one for a bargain, in which case I'd go for this one over the NEOGEO CD. But in any event, since this model was loaned to Classic Game Room by Matthew in New Jersey, I think that I need to sign it. I'm just kidding. That probably gave him a heart attack.